Hey guys, what is going on? It is Dansky here, bringing you the first FUT Draft gameplay on my channel. It's been a long time coming. I've sort of not played Ultimate Team as much as I would have liked, and I sort of promised a bit more FIFA videos in my last video that I posted roughly 2 months ago. So sorry for not kind of fulfilling that promise, but you know, I'm back. I want to do a bit more videos, and today we're going to start off with a FUT Draft, and we're going to pick in my opinion, the best formation in the game, which is the 4-3-2-1, which is a really good balance of, you know, what all different types of players. So we can get the wingers in the left and right forward position. You know, you get the striker, you get the three CMs. It's really well balanced formation, just like a really narrow 4-3-3. So we do get Royce. Even though we had Ronaldo available, we took Royce in the first one. It's just because I kind of wanted to go towards Bundesliga. Unfortunately, you don't get any Bundesliga in the second part. So I take Aruna Kano, who was the best striker in the world. And then we get Messi, who's a massive game changer. And that sort of leads me to want, you know, to start doing, you know, BBVA. And that's what I do. I'll just fast forward it for you. But you can probably have a bit of a look that, yeah, it's not sort of the draft that we're really after, to say the least. We struggle massively to put together a team that is, you know, competitive until late, as you'll see. But Jordan Henderson here was the only one I could take, apart from, you know, a French or Italian league player, which we didn't want to take at all, and none of the nationalities really worked with what we were trying to achieve. But here we get no BBVA, so we're forced to take a Bundesliga, and I take Boateng just because he's an absolute, you know, a bit of a tank at a defensive role. I take Papadopoulos to assist him. So we're sort of looking at a back Bundesliga back four, but we get a BBVA left back, unfortunately. But we do get Bernd Leno, who is a decent pull as keeper, but here's where the real party starts, and we get Ronaldo Team of the Year, which is, you know, really good because I think, you know, as I said, you know, BBVA, we kind of want that that base there, and we get another really lucky pull in an 88 informed Bale before, again, you know, pulling an informed Neymar, which, you know, we got really lucky here in the reserves. Again, Asensio, which is a decent pull for us. Could have gone to Turan, but we didn't really have a position for him on the pitch, and Asensio was a decent pull for us. And we take Coleman here, just in case we have Henderson on the right centre mid, that we can have a BPL right back. Yes, Sanchez, and, you know, it's really not working out too well for us, but we do get a striker here from the BBVA, which could help us up massively. Not much again here, so we take Gundogan. I don't know how to pronounce it, but something else. Bruma we take as a super sub, and he is from the BBVA. Barcho was a big pull for us at centre back. So we're really looking for that BBVA centre back, another one to assist Barcho and really get that chemistry going. But we unfortunately don't pull. We get a BBVA keeper, but as you'll notice, it actually doesn't help us in the slightest, which is a bit of a shame. So, as you'll see, I kind of feel around with the team a little bit, not really knowing, you know, what's going to work best. We do end up settling with the team, and in my opinion, I reckon, you know, in hindsight, because of the post commentary, in hindsight, it was probably a poor decision in parts. Don't want to give away much of this draft, but I think it was a poor decision with one of the players I did end up putting in one of the roles that I probably should have put someone else there. But it was really bad from the start. I think we had like 4 or 5 different leagues going within the first 6 picks, which isn't really what you want. And it was really just a struggle to pull out those BBVA defenders, and we end up getting, you know, 3 of the 4 defenders BBVA, but obviously with Boateng sitting there with having no links except the goalkeeper, really didn't help. As you'll see later in the video, he the no link with Boateng sort of led to one of the goals that I concede. But yeah, I don't want to give too much away, as I said. Here I'm just fiddling around with the team. Like, I'm not really sure what's going to work best for me. This lineup you see right now is actually the lineup I end up going with, and then it's all down to getting that chemistry up with the manager. Hopefully I can pull a BBVA manager, Well, that's what I was thinking anyway. But as you will see in the not too distant future, I actually end up getting a Spanish manager, which isn't too bad. It did put our chemistry up to 98, and there was a fair few Spanish players in the squad. Unfortunately, it wasn't quite what I wanted, because there was Bale was on 3 chemistry. I'm pretty sure in that middle part, because he was out of position by a fair bit, and yeah, and even a Bundesliga manager to help those two at the back, could have helped. But I'm pretty sure Leno was actually playing on 10 chem, but I'm not too sure. As you'll see, I get 184 squad rating, which isn't too bad, and this is the lineup I end up settling on. Our first game was a pretty tough one, actually. Messi obviously stands out on that right, but he's got a really good balance here. He's got Neymar, Bale and Benzema up front, which is always going to cause problems. But I get the first chance here, and Adjuri's the big striker, plays a beautiful ball through for Ronaldo. I thought the keeper was going to come out, so I played it early, but it did not matter as the rebound fell very kindly for Ronaldo, just to put in that volley on a tight angle and put us 1-0 up. In the 8th minute is always a good start to a game, and it's what we needed, because I wasn't really feeling too confident with the squad. I didn't question the firepower we had up front, but I did question the squad as a whole. And we're actually going to get the second opportunity here, and it's again Adjuri's, doing something with the ball at his feet. Barreo kind of disappointed by, and Adjuri's takes that shot, which goes to the keeper, but it falls back to us from a poor throw, and Ronaldo's through again from Adjuri's pass, and he plonks that in for a 2-0 lead in the 27th minute. And yeah, it was smooth sailing for the most part. The first half actually had a few fair opportunities. I didn't actually include any of the opportunities he had in here, because they weren't too clear cut. He had a few chances on target, but eventually, none of them really produced much, and Leno was mostly untroubled. We actually get a third here, right on the cusp of half time. Again, great play from Adjuri's, dribbling around his player and playing a really good ball into Messi. We can just turn, and I don't know how he got this in, but it was a really, really, really good finish from the Argentinian, or Argentine, not really sure what to call him. I think it's stuffed up calling him an Argentinian, but that is okay. And at half time here, just 3-0, and as you'll see in the stats, he did have his fair share of chances, but I deservedly had the lead, and I brought on Neymar, and Neymar proved massive for me, as he sort of set up this goal by playing it to Barreo, who played a really nice ball into Asensio, who I'm not sure what he's doing that high up the pitch, but he was, and he ended up putting that one in with his weak foot. It took a while, 76 minutes in, to get a fourth, but it was, as I said, it was pretty comfortable. This bloke wasn't giving me too much grief in the second half especially, and Adjuri's picks up a really good ball into Neymar, who beautifully turns his opponent and finesses that, and I'm pretty regretful I didn't have him in the first half, because I think it could have been a lot more than 3 at half time. This bloke was a monster when he came on, proving why he's one of the best players in the game, and proving why he deserved that team of the year. I wish I had that team of the year, because it would have been absolutely nuts. We get another opportunity here, the poor pass from Messi, only to be him to turn it over, and Messi to finesse it. That rhymed. Finesse it in off the post from outside the box. Just another great goal. And we were not lacking goals in this game at all, going 6-0 up here. Still a bit of time to add more, and that is exactly what we are going to do. A good ball in from the left back here to Ronaldo. Ronaldo is just great passing here, and Adjuri's plays in a fantastic ball, and that is probably up there with one of the pick of the goals. A really good ball movement before a great ball from Adjuri's finds Messi, and Messi just thunderbolts that past the keeper. I'm pretty sure the keeper did get a touch to it. I'm not sure the replay will show us much, but again, it's just a great ball from Adjuri's, and I think the keeper might have got a little bit of a touch, but no keeper was going to stop it, and it takes a 7-0 up. But we were not done there. We kept going. A beautiful touch from Barreo. Sees the man, I'm not sure who it was, but he played a great ball into Messi, and the keeper, I'm pretty sure he'd just given up by now. He must have, because I wouldn't be bringing the keeper out if he was trying to score. or trying to hold on or anything. And Messi produces the goods once again to get his 4th goal of the game. And yeah, Messi, the team of the year, Messi is something else. Him and Neymar, honestly, like probably the 2 best players I've used in this game. And you know, I didn't even get to use Neymar's team of the year. I really want to, but as you'll see, Adjuriz picked up man of the match. Messi scored 4, Ronaldo scored 2, Neymar and Asensio both scored 1. But as you'll see here, Adjuriz actually got 5 assists, which is ridiculous for a big striker. You don't see it too much, and you know, well done to him. And yeah, I deserved the victory, 19 shots to 9. And the next opponent here in round 2, yeah, I had a pretty decent team. Iniesta and Dani Alves rocking team of the year. But he had Eriksen and Buffon out of chemistry, but an informed Suarez was likely to cause me problems. And he actually got the first opportunity here with Iniesta, forcing a great save out of Bernd Leno. But I'll get right back at him here. And this is my first opportunity of the game. A bit of time in, 22 minutes in, and it's a pretty average shot. I'm not going to say I thought it was going to go in, but I opened up a little bit and I thought I'd take the hit. He takes a poor goal kick though, and it falls to Ronaldo to Adjuriz, who plays in Messi, and Messi takes an early shot, and I honestly thought that was in, and you know, I stood up because I was about to go nuts, and then only for it to hit the post, not even the goal post, but behind. But he plays really nice passing here, and you know, it's a great ball in, and I can't really do much about this as Suarez, you know, walks in and puts that in the back of the net with a decent finesse shot with his weak foot. And I'm not going to say I deserved to, that was undeserved. That was well and truly deserved. He had been absolutely romping me at the start of this game, and he could have gone 2-0 up here if not for Bernd Leno. Yeah, a great ball for Suarez and Eriksen, and Bernd Leno with, you know, another fantastic save, as we've seen, you know, already this episode. But as you'll see there, he is absolutely romping me at the moment, and he could have just kept going further and further ahead. He a weird sort of animation there led to this opportunity for him, and I'm not sure how he missed, but he definitely should have scored. I do get an opportunity here, and a great ball from Ronaldo finds Messi, and this is a top save from Buffon. The informed Buffon, you know, was always going to cause problems for me, and you know, as it turns out, he was the main difference here. As Messi fizzes a decent ball across the face, doesn't quite fall to anyone, but Asensio picks it up, finds Ronaldo, and forces another fantastic save out of informed Buffon, who was just lifting for the moment. He does get another opportunity here, and Leno, you know, makes a fantastic save to force that behind for a corner. The corner actually ends up going for nothing, and we win the ball in midfield. Messi plays it in. Ronaldo plays a great ball out to Neymar, who another ball to the back post of Messi, and I thought this was in, but somehow Buffon has kept that out. It just wasn't happening for us this game. We get another opportunity here, Neymar, as he hits another fizzer across the box, but he clears his lines into the 90th minute here, and the last opportunity of the game. I brought on Broom as a super sub, and he showed his pace to beat his man on the wing, but unfortunately a little bit of a pretty poor touch, you know, led to him losing the ball and eventually losing the game. Unfortunately, we did go out in the second round. Yeah, I was pretty upset with this. I thought, despite the squad, you know, I thought we might have been able to do something. And in the packs, we actually got a silver player pack and a gold pack and a premium gold pack. And I'm going to be straight out, not going to beat around the bush. It was absolutely disgusting packs. We got nothing in them. I don't know, you can tell me if I got anything in that. I just discarded it, to be honest. It was pretty poor. In this gold pack, yeah, you get nothing again. But I hope you enjoyed the video. You know, even though we only won one game, you know, it was disappointing, but I definitely want to bring more FUT drafts in the future. If you're new to the channel, you know, subscribe. You know, it'll be good. I promise I'll upload, you know, more often. But I hope you enjoyed the video as we finish on an Illaramendi, and everyone have a great day. See ya.